Meryl Streep, a name that now defines excellence in acting. An icon, a chameleon, Hollywood royalty. Yet behind the bravos and golden statues lies a life few have witnessed.
1941, when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor.
This is the untold story of the woman beyond the spotlight. Her hidden struggles, the fiercely guarded family moments, the fierce career decisions that defined her, and the cost she paid. Welcome to Meryl Streep's Secret Life, What Hollywood Never Told You. Born Mary Louise Streep on June 22, 1949, in Summit, New Jersey, Meryl was raised in a home where creativity met quiet ambition. Her mother, Mary Wilkinson Streep, an artist and art editor, radiated encouragement. Meryl, she would say, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything. A belief young Meryl carried into adulthood. Middle-class values shaped her childhood in Basking Ridge and Bernardsville. A self-described gawky kid with glasses and frizzy hair, she became homecoming queen, a cheerleader, and debuted on stage in the family upstairs at junior high, a sign of her dramatic spark. At the age of 12, she began opera lessons with Estelle Liebling, only to quit 4 years later. Reflecting, she said, "I was singing something I didn't feel and understand. Important lesson, not to do that." It wasn't until 1969, during a production of Miss Julie at Vassar College, that acting truly ignited for her. Professor Clinton Atkinson commented, "I don't think anyone ever taught Meryl acting. She really taught herself." By 1971, she graduated cum laude from Vassar with a BA in drama, then earned her MFA from the Yale School of Drama in 1975. At Yale, she worked as a waitress and typist, routinely appeared in over a dozen stage productions each year, and even developed ulcers amid the pressure, considering law school before persevering. In the mid-1970s, Streep transitioned from stage to screen. Her first movie was Julia in 1977. Alongside Jane Fonda and Vanessa Redgrave, a humble entry into Hollywood that hinted at her promise. The following year brought The Deer Hunter, a gripping drama that earned her a Golden Globe.
Anzi, mi sono anche detta, vedrai che Michael torna con Nick.
No. No.
And an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. Then in 1979, she delivered a breakthrough performance in Kramer vs. Kramer.
And that's why I had to go away. And in California, I think I found myself. And I got myself a job. I got myself a therapist, a really good one.
Earning her first Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. But as the accolades mounted, so too did the pressures. Fame's bright light often casts the deepest shadows. What made Meryl Streep legendary wasn't just her talent. It was her transformative immersion. Her role in Sophie's Choice, 1982, remains one of cinema's most devastating and unforgettable performances.
Tell me. Huh? Tell me, Sophie. The same anti-Semitism for which Poland has gained such worldwide renown that is similar.
It earned her an Oscar for Best Actress. In Out of Africa, 1985, she played a Danish plantation owner, earning another Oscar nomination. Decades later, she would portray Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada, 2006, crystal cold and cutting. Co-star Anne Hathaway recalls her first line delivered in a whisper, silencing the room. Streep stayed in character between takes, method in its purest form. Her role as Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady, 2011, cemented her chameleon status. This earned her third Academy Award, 29 years after her second, and reaffirmed her mastery over time, protagonists, and power. Through decades and genres, from heartfelt dramas to sharp satire, Streep remained singularly unforgettable. In 1978, Streep married sculptor Don Gummer, 6 months after meeting, following the tragic loss of her previous partner. Actor John Cazale, they built a life away from the cameras, raising 4 children. Henry Wolfe, born 1979, Mamie, 1983, Grace, 1986, and Louisa, 1991. Robert Redford advised her early on, "They're not your props." She took it to heart, fiercely shielding her family from the spotlight. Motherhood, she said, was far more demanding than acting. Mothering, definitely. Acting, that's praise, money, fulfillment. There's no comparison. All 4 children pursued creative paths. Henry became a musician, contributing songs to Julie and Julia and Ricky and the Flash. Mamie and Grace built acting careers. Louisa emerged in the Gilded Age and publicly came out as queer in 2024. After 45 years, Streep and Gummer quietly separated, living apart since around 2018, though remaining amicable and caring toward one another. Even now, she occasionally wears her simple gold wedding band, an emblem of decades of shared love, even as lives diverged. Though a public symbol of excellence, Streep's path wasn't without private battles. At Yale, overwork led to ulcers and doubts. She considered quitting, yet tenacity carried her on. Rumors suggest she turned down major roles, from Evita to American Gigolo. But she's dismissed the drama, emphasizing her respect for the creative process. On The Devil Wears Prada, Streep is said to have curated her cerulean speech by editing color suggestions herself, small touches revealing her deep involvement. Across the years, she's been chased by legend, but her real story is one of quiet resolve, caring for her family, perfecting her craft, and navigating complex personal terrain. By 2025, Meryl Streep holds the record for the most Academy Award nominations of any actor, 21 in total, including 17 for Best Actress, winning 3 times for Kramer vs. Kramer, Sophie's Choice, and The Iron Lady. Beyond Oscars, her accolades include 9 Golden Globes, 4 Emmys, 2 BAFTAs, a Screen Actors Guild Award, and countless critics' honors. She's one of the few to earn recognition across the Triple Crown of acting. She earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2004, the AFI Lifetime Achievement Award that same year, a Kennedy Center honor in 2011, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2014. These are not just awards. They're milestones in a career that redefined what it meant to be a movie star, especially for women. Meryl Streep's secret life is not one of scandal, but of artistry, privacy, sacrifice, and quiet strength. She showed Hollywood that depth matters, that greatness can reside in silence as much as in applause. She created her legacy in shadows and light. Because sometimes the greatest stories are those we don't hear, those lived off red carpets, behind closed doors, in the spaces between performances. Thank you for joining us in uncovering Meryl Streep's secret life, what Hollywood never told you.